If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is January the 10th, 2022, and today the topic is peace, be still. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend. Mine was just fine. Y'all know that I went to my uncle's memorial service. It was kind of graveside, and it was interesting because, it's interesting going somewhere with a active 3-year-old that, talks when everybody's quiet. I know at one point, I showed him the program so one thing I know about NJ, like he has a good memory in regards to, like, if you show him a picture or something like that, he'll remember it. So I showed him a picture of my Uncle Charles, and I was like, look, this is Uncle Charles, And so I happened to, while we were there, we were all graveside or whatever, while everybody's quiet, either prayers going on, different things that are going on the program. And I just happened to show him the program, that, or the pamphlet that we had that had, my Uncle Charles's picture on there. And so when I showed it to him, he's like, and I feel like it's loud. It might not have been that loud. I don't know. But it's just, if he's saying something, right, and everybody else is quiet, then that makes it even more loud. So all I know is I show him the picture, and he goes, Uncle Charger. I'm like, oh my God. Shh. So, yeah, and then at some point, again, we're standing graveside outside, you know what I'm saying? And so the gentleman sings. There was a gentleman that was singing a solo. And then at some point, NJ's dancing. And I'm like, okay. It's like that in between of, well, they do say it's a celebration, but on the same time, NJ, like, this is not the time. And then after the man finished singing, he's like, he was singing. Like, and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, NJ, just shh. So yeah, at some point I had to just kind of fall back a bit, so just in case we were being a disturbance. No one said we was, but it just was, everything is heightened when people are quiet, or when people, you know what I mean? I didn't want to deal with it. So I just kind of took him back a little bit and gave him a little talking to and all that. But I mean, for the most part, he was decent, and, he did a good job. Sorry, everybody. I know I'm live, y'all. I'm live. Anyway, so that's kind of how Saturday went, and we spent time at my aunt's house, and with some of my cousins, and seeing people and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much how Saturday went. Yesterday was chill. I mean, I feel like it rained and stormed a lot yesterday. You know, Aside from that, though, it was normal. One thing I did do, hey, come on now, y'all can give it up for me this weekend. I put some little work in. You'll see some updates to GodSexAndLove.com. All right, so finally, I was able to do the updates that I have been saying to y'all that I needed to do over the past couple of weeks. So you guys can go check that out. Should make things a little bit easier for you all if you're interested in any type of, or any of our content. Things are split up now on the website. So, if you want daily dose of inspiration, there's a page for that. You know what I mean? If you want to see, the faith and fitness journey and whatnot with accountability, there's a page for that, And yes, there's a page for the talk show and just everything. So everything should be laid out in a way where, you should easily be able to access our content and see everything and whatnot. So, woo! I was able to do that yesterday, and everything. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what my weekend looked like. But yeah, overall it was decent, and I hope that you all had a good and decent weekend as well. So let's get into the juice this morning. So I did my prayer meditation, and I'm not gonna lie, at some point I got distracted. Thinking about stuff that's coming up. I guess I might as well put this out here too, just a reminder. Your girl will be going live tomorrow, the Lord's will, tomorrow at 8 p.m. for my special announcement, y'all. For my special announcement. So find me, Actress Miracle Sims, on YouTube or on Facebook. Most likely we'll post on Instagram as well, but it probably won't get posted until like the next day. But yeah, man. Yeah. I'm going live with the Lord's will with my special announcement tomorrow. So yeah, so many things coming up and going on. So it's like, I guess I was distracted a little bit as I was listening to the prayer meditation. But when it wrapped up, the phrase "peace be still" came into my mind. And so I looked up verses around that. And here we are. So let's get it going, y'all. I'm going to start with Mark 4:39. It says, "And he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, 'Peace, be still.' And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm." The thing that came into my mind this morning as I was reading and writing this verse down was, I wonder, do any of us try that? Like, has anyone else tried that outside of Jesus? We have this authority, right? We have authority. God has given us different authority, but obviously we don't all exercise in it. So I wonder, like, I just wonder, have anyone else tried that? I don't think I have. When I say I don't think I have, because I don't know if I don't know. But then, even if not just talking to like a storm, like yesterday, could I have said "peace be still," right? But not just talking to the actual physical storms, but like to the spiritual ones as well, like to the things that are going on in our lives. Like, have we exercised this type of authority to say "peace be still" to those situations as well? I don't know, something to think about. If you haven't done that, maybe we should try it. Maybe we should try it. Next time we're in the midst of a storm, try this phrase, "peace be still," see what happens for us. But I mean, I guess that there has to be a level of faith along with that too. You just can't be saying it, right? And then be like, oh, it didn't work. It didn't say, sound like my son right now. It's not working. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we could just like throw it out there and just be like, oh, I said it and it didn't work. I think there's a level of faith that we have to have as well, and believe that, hey, through the authority that God has given me, I'm going to say this to my storm: "Peace be still." Like, I think perhaps it has to come from that place. But hey, I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, and I'm just putting it out there that maybe we could try to exercise this authority. I don't know. I'm just saying, it just came to me this morning. Now, John 14:27, it says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." I was listening to a sermon, I believe it was yesterday. Okay, so when I listen to Marcus Rogers, it's like in the mix between a sermon and a talk. So I guess technically it was a sermon, right? So because he's preaching to us, I guess, or sharing what God has shared with him, whatever the case is. Regardless, I was listening to Marcus Rogers yesterday, and I found it interesting, like a point that he was making about like basically that maybe it was yesterday or maybe it was Saturday one. Either one. I was listening to him both of them days. But anyway, basically he was making a point that, we're never going to understand every aspect of God and, God's perspective and everything like that. And I guess that's why the word says that our ways are not his ways and things like that. So I guess even in this verse here, it's saying that peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Obviously, this is something beyond the peace that we know, right? Because, the other verses that come along, it's like, oh, peace that surpasses all understanding and things like that. And it does says, my peace I give to you. It doesn't say like, oh, the peace that you understand or the peace that you know of. So, I don't know, just something to think about there that, God will give you his type of peace. And I guess that's the peace that surpasses all understanding and everything like that. Again, just something to think about. Something to let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. Let me see here. Psalm 46:10. It says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Well, I guess, hey, we can be still, right? We can have that peace. God gives us the peace. And with his peace, we can be still, and know that he's God. Actually, this reminds me of the last verse I wrote in the Go Deeper section. Read Exodus 14:14. I hope that helps you and blesses you on today, that verse and everything like that. But yeah, let me keep on going here. Isaiah 26:3, it says, you keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Yeah. I guess I'm wondering, like, I know I asked this a lot. Why don't we do this? But what can we do to do this, right? So in the midst of our storms, why don't we trust God, right? Why don't we keep our mind on God and the things of the Spirit? No matter what we're going through, no matter, what the issue is, any of those things, put your mind on God. I'm sure it's a challenge, but I think it's doable, right? I think it's doable. Because I guess we can test this thing, right? See if God is going to keep us in perfect peace, like his word says. If we keep our mind stayed on him, then will we be in perfect peace? I just took that verse and like reversed it here, but that's what it's saying. You keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you. So if I keep my mind on you, then I will be in perfect peace, right? Why? Because he trusts in you. Just saying. John 16:33, it says, I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulations, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So, yeah, y'all, again, I hope that this encourages you and inspires you to know that God is in control. He controls everything, even the winds and the rains and the sea. And, as we trust in him, he will give us that perfect peace. Understanding that, it's his type of peace and not just the peace that we know. So that passes all understanding, that type of peace that he gives. And then also knowing that, at the end of the day, we can be still. So that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice this morning. The Bible verse of today is Ephesians 4:2. It says, with all loneliness, love. Is that happening? Let's see. With all love, kindness, and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Or that's lowliness. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Y'all can check that out for yourselves just in case, but that's Ephesians 4:2, the Bible verse of today. And friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
This has been brought to you in part by Anointed Touch Health, Fitness, and Beauty. Eat right and exercise daily. Walk with God. Run from the devil. 1 John 20:20. You have an anointing from the Holy One. Visit anointedtouch-hfb.com for more information.